What is going on, YouTube Nation? This is Darth Dividend. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. So a lot of you guys ask me, what stock should I buy in July 2020? And, some of the things that I'm thinking about when it comes to dividend investing or dividend stocks, you need to diversify. So I'm going to offer a few of them that I'm buying and that I'm changing percentage-wise in my M1 Finance portfolio so that I can buy more shares so that the compound interest can start kicking in. And some of these stocks are down right now, and I'm going to take advantage of that. The first one is Ryman Hospitality Properties. That's a hospitality stock that gives off a quarterly dividend. Things are starting to open up and some things are starting to close, but sometimes you have to capitalize on stocks that are hit hard and stocks that are down, and that's somewhat of a stable stock. I am up 20% the last time I checked on my M1 Finance dividend portfolio. So I changed that from like 2 to 4% past few days. I'm really looking forward to having the compound interest kick in. The second one I would like to mention is SPHD. That is a high dividend, low volatility stock by Invesco. That stock is down and has increased its dividend over time. Now, against the S&P, it's a little shaky, but it gives off a great dividend. And some people can argue, is it a volatile stock? Is it not a volatile stock? But look at its dividend history. Go on NASDAQ.com and check out the dividend history. It gives off a monthly dividend. SPHD also has some real estate in its exchange traded fund, and the expense ratio, I'm pretty sure, is right around 0.30%. The other one I would like to mention is Realty Income. That is a monthly dividend stock. Last time I checked, I think 80% plus people that they own have been paying their monthly rents. As a Realty Income has given off a monthly dividend. It has increased its monthly dividend over time. It is a very strong stock. If you are a dividend investor, most of you guys probably already have it in there. That is a very attractive stock. I'm going to continue to reinvest the dividends. I think I have like 50 or so shares. So compound interest is kicking in, and I really like the way things are going with that. Another one that I'm going to put a little bit more in and change the percentage is Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola has increased its quarterly dividend over time. It's a very strong stock. Now it is down. It is a little bit cheaper than its competitor Pepsi. So that's one thing you might want to consider. Pepsi is also a great stock. It owns numerous companies and has given off a very strong dividend over time. But right now I'm going to focus on some of these other stocks. I want to at least get 20 shares in some of them before I start increasing my dividend portfolio and let the dividends start kicking in. Another one is Pembina Pipeline. It has increased its dividend over time and it gives off a monthly dividend. It is not a exchange traded fund or a real estate investment trust, and it has increased its dividend over time, and it's slowly starting to kick back up. So the price is down a little bit, and you might want to consider putting that in your dividend portfolio. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I have a disclaimer in my description, but these are some good looking stocks right now that I have in my M1 Finance portfolio, and I will continue to add. One of them I'm very excited about, another dividend stock. It gives off a semi-annual dividend, is AstraZeneca. They are leading the vaccine race right now with the bug. You know what bug I'm talking about. But they're in their phase 3 trial. And between them and Moderna, Moderna does not give off a monthly dividend, but them and Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson, those guys are trying to lead the charge. But right now, AstraZeneca, collaborating with Oxford University, has just done really well. They're testing on people right now, and that price could increase. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I like to diversify my dividend portfolio, and I have them on my M1 Finance portfolio. So hopefully, once these dividends start reinvesting, I think I made, $9 today on dividend stocks, which is not too exciting. Like in the past 2 days, I made around $9. And I just decided to throw an extra $10 in my M1 Finance portfolio and let the dividends start kicking in and the compound interest. Let me see, what else? What would be a good one that I'm kind of looking at? So we have Coke, we have the ETFs that I'm putting money in. I keep an eye out on the airline stocks that give off dividends. I do own Delta. It sounds like they're starting to get fully operational and they're ready to start kicking some ass. So keep an eye on those stocks. It's always good to diversify. Boeing is another really good company. I have like almost one share, but the price per share is increasing so much in my M1 Finance dividend portfolio that when I change percentage, it's going to be hard to try to keep up with those guys. So those are some of my dividend stocks to check out in July. This is exciting to see the stock market grow. A lot of you guys who are near retirement or building up your Roth IRA or your traditional IRA or have your 403B or 401k, it's nice to see the stock start kicking up a notch. A few stocks that I'm looking at getting before I start really getting the bigger companies. Vanguard VYM, it's a high dividend stock. It has done very well against the S&P. And Noble, NOBL, that is like a dividend aristocrats stock. It is a very nice dividend stock. The expense ratio on VYM is very cheap. I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's like 0.08% or something. It's very low. So if you're a dividend investor, that's very exciting to have. A lot of people own VYM. It's a lot cheaper than Vanguard VOO. VOO is a very good stock. It's a very attractive stock. And, that's one thing. And one more stock I'm going to mention is Store Capital. This is a Warren Buffett stock that, it's starting to slowly kick back up. And the nice thing was, since the price per share was down and the dividends were being distributed, I got more, shares or smaller shares. So that's the beauty of compound interest. So hold on to those stocks. I'm going to hold on to my stocks, let the dividends reinvest. I'm excited to see eBay in my dividend portfolio grow on my E-Trade dividend portfolio stock. eBay doesn't really give off a strong dividend, but I do have some shares in that, so I'm really excited. Main Street Capital looks like it's doing okay. Gain, GAIN, GLAD, Gladstone, and Good. Those are doing pretty well. So, I like what I see. You just got to be, as you guys know, you just got to be patient. I'm showing you guys my videos on how things are doing well. So make sure you give me a like on this. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. I'm going to try to post a Fundrise video. I saw something really interesting. It had to do with them comparing themselves to Vanguard. So that's very exciting. And I think I'll post the video about that. It's really interesting. It's very good to diversify. I haven't heard anything about rich uncles or their portfolio. It's just a shame that the bug hit. It was a very small rate. So it was hit hard, hard. I mean, I lost a lot of money, but my dividend portfolio and my E-Trade dividend portfolios probably make up for that, in the long run. So thank you again and have a good one.